Hey guys, what is up? It's Alex, and today I'm going to be sharing with you details on this new 2021 Forester Sport and go over all the options that you get with this package. If you guys are new to my channel and you enjoy Subaru related content, then please be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments section. If you get value out of this video, please be sure to remember to smash the like button. That really helps me out. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So as I've already mentioned, this is a 2021 Subaru Forester. It's in the Sport trim package. So some of the things that you get with the Sport is the black wheels that you see here, the alloy wheels. You also get the orange-red trim on the side skirt here and up on the roof rails. And then on the back deck lid, the hatch, you get the black polish spoiler with the Sport badge down there. And then you also get the red orange trim continued there on the bottom. And for those of you who are curious, this is the dark blue pearl color, so it's like a really dark blue, deeper than like a navy. It's a pretty dark color. You can also get this in a black, white, the ice silver metallic, and even the magnetite gray metallic, which is a gunmetal color. All of those colors are still going to have the red accent pieces on it. The Forester Sport comes in two package options, a package 21 and a package 24. So the 24 comes with the reverse automatic braking, which will automatically brake for you and alert you whenever you are backing out of a parking spot if there's somebody behind you. It comes with the 8-inch multimedia touchscreen display. If you go with the package 21, you get, I believe it's a 6.5 or 7-inch, so it's a smaller display. And then you also get the upgraded speaker system, the Harman Kardon speaker system in the package 24, and the power rear gate, which can be controlled with your key fob button or the button on the inside of the dash. So if you don't care for the reverse automatic braking, the 8-inch touchscreen display, the upgraded speakers, and the power rear gate, then you should just go with a package 21 and save yourself a few bucks. I'll also make a note here that right now the car market is crazy, as you've probably already seen, and most dealers have the most popular options on their lot or coming to their lot that are just pre-built from the factory. And so with that, the package 24 is the most popular option of the two Sport trim packages. And so you're gonna see those more often on your lot. You can still get a package 21, but if it's not already coming to the lot, you may have to order it. And for us at least, it takes approximately 2 months for the car to arrive to the dealership. So if you have time to wait and you know that you want the package 21, you're not gonna utilize those features on the 24, then wait, order exactly what you want, and it'll be well worth it. All of your Forester Sports, so the 21 and the 24 that you see right here, will have keyless access with push button start inside the car. You also have the ability to set up remote start from your phone using the My Subaru app on a new car. It's $75 for the first 3 years, and you can go on up to 7 years on that subscription using the app for $375. So that does include remote start, climate control capabilities, and a whole other bundle of features. So if you have any questions about that, just leave it down in the comment section below. I also made a separate video. You can click on the YouTube card up here to the right to tell you more about the benefits and the features of the keyless access for all Subaru models. Looking at the front of the car, you can see you've got the LED headlights. So the light that looks like it's flickering, it's only doing that because of the frame rate on my camera, but this is a solid beam around the headlight bezel. And then you've got your headlight here, which is steering responsive. So that little round light actually turns left and right with your steering wheel controls. And then down below here, it's not lit up right now, but you've got an LED fog light lamp right there on both sides. Despite the name, the Sport does have the same exact 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that you see in all other Forester trims. And it'll get you about 182 horsepower with around 30 miles per gallon, depending on how fast you're driving and what kind of driving you do. The Sport also gets its own interior. So it comes with cloth interior only, but it does have a leatherette material in here too on the side bolsters of the seats. It is very comfortable. You get the red orange color stitching and the accent pieces continued on the inside of the car, and then these little Sport tags, those are kind of cool. The Sport comes standard with the all-weather floor liners, but these are the carpeted floor liners that have the Sport badge on it, so these are unique to the Sport trim as well. This one in particular has the crossbars on it. That's an added accessory you can get on any of the Foresters. It has the cargo net. Again, that's an accessory. And it has this rear cargo tray, which you can't really see it very well, but it's the all-weather protection. It's just covered in plastic right now. Down below the floorboard, you have some storage compartment areas here for jumper cables, shoes, anything like that. There's also a cutout right here for the cargo cover right here. So this is spring loaded. You can take it out and store it down below here instead of having to throw it in your garage. And then down below, you do have a spare tire. Here's what the cargo cover looks like. So you can keep things out of the sun and away from prying eyes. And this is how you disconnect it. You just pull on this and it'll come down. And you can pull this latch up. And this is how the seats look all the way folded down. So you get quite a bit of storage capacity. That second row does fold down completely flat. And this one in particular, again, this is an accessory, so it's not a standard, but you get the all-weather seat back protector. So those are Velcroed on and can be pulled off to clean easily. To close your power rear gate, you have this button right here, which will just simply close the gate. This button right here will close it, lock the gate, and all of the other doors. And then the third way, which is my favorite, using your key fob. When it has the power rear gate, you just click on the tailgate button and hold it, and it'll close for you. And you can do the exact same thing to open it. You just click and hold it. The second row in the Sport has the rear vents for passengers and USB charge ports to keep your devices charged. And you do have the all-weather liners here as well. This car does have the power driver's seat, so you can move it forward, back, up, down, and you can even tilt it. And then this moves your seat back, so this right here. And this adjusts your lumbar support for the center of the seat. Down here on the left panel of the dash, you have quite a few buttons. This opens and closes your power tailgate. This turns on and off your steering responsive headlights. And this right here is where you can set a memory setting to allow your hatch to only go up to a certain height. Like if you're parking in a garage or a carport, somewhere where you don't want the hatch going all the way up to its full height. To set that memory height feature, you push this in, and then you go to the back of the car, you open the tailgate, and you manually move it to the position or the height that you want it to be in. And then once you get there, you click and hold the close button until you hear the car beep. So once you have this set, close your tailgate. And if you remember, the button is still pressed inside, so when we open it, it'll only go up to the setting that we just set. So it's not going all the way up. All the way up would be, so right here. And now that your memory height is set on your tailgate, when you don't want to use that, just unclick the button right there. This button right here controls the brightness for your dash display and your infotainment display. This is your traction control. This button right here is auto start stop. All Subarus and most of your new cars nowadays come standard with auto start stop, which is a feature to help save on fuel consumption and to decrease emissions that are put out into the environment. So the car will always have that on as a feature, but if you ever want to turn it off for your trip, you just click that and it will turn it off. And that will, like I said, automatically turn back on when you shut your car off and turn it back on. This button right here is your blind spot detection. So if you ever wanted to turn that off for whatever reason, you could do so there. When you turn it on, it'll light up orange briefly over here and over there. And that will work whenever you have somebody in your blind spot behind you where you can't quite see them. So all new Subarus, base model on up, come with eyesight. These are the cameras you see inside the windshield on the left and the right. And those can detect objects in front of you. So not only cars, but also people in front of you that will help avoid a collision or an accident. And what a lot of people like to do is use their adaptive cruise control. And what that does is allows you to set your cruise control at 50 miles an hour. And then when the person in front of you starts slowing down to say 50, or maybe they even come to a complete stop, your car will slow down and even come to a complete stop to avoid rear-ending them and causing a collision. So the way that you set up your cruise control is just like any other car. You've got a button right here where you can turn on and off your cruise control, and there's a little icon there that'll tell you. And then to set it, once you reach your desired speed, you click down to set that. And then if you want to adjust your speed after you've already set it, you can scroll up or down, and that will increase or decrease your speed. To change the distance between the front of your car and the car in front of you, so the distance at which it'll start slowing down, is with these up arrows and down arrows. So this one line right here means that your car is going to get closer to the car in front of you before it starts slowing down. If you increase this to 2, 3, or even 4, the maximum, it means your car is going to start slowing down at a much greater distance, so much further away. And that's actually the distance that I always tell people when you first try this out to test out, because that'll allow you to get comfortable with it while your car is adjusting speed for you much further away. And then down below here, you have this little steering wheel icon. That is called lane centering. And whenever that is on like that, your cameras up here are going to look for lines on the left and the right side of the road, and it'll use the power steering to gently guide you back and forth and keep you centered in your lane. Now, if you ever need to merge, you have full control of the car. You just merge as you normally would, and it'll deactivate that feature. Or if you put your blinker on, it'll deactivate that feature as well. If you want to see more details on this feature specifically, then click on the YouTube card above. I made a video talking about this more in depth. Right here you have sport mode. You can see with a little icon here, it's got the sharp peak and the throttle response. You also have intelligent, which is more gradual for economy mode. Speaking of sport mode, if you put the car in drive and move the shift lever over to the left, there's a little M right here. It's kind of hard to see with the glare. So that is manual mode, where you can use these paddle shifters on the right and the left side. Now, I guess technically you could use it as a sport mode feature, but really this is meant to replace the high and low gear that you would traditionally see over here. And so if you're on a hill, it'll allow you to shift up or down in gear with your hands, both hands on the wheel, and keep you driving safely. On the left side, this controls your radio functions and voice command. So whenever you do have the radio on, we'll just click on the radio button here. You've got the ability to toggle between FM, AM, and Sirius satellite radio. And so if you click on source, you'll see that that will change to FM, AM, and satellite radio. And then you've got your volume controls. This changes the channel. And then this right here, info button, that will actually change the display up here. So whenever you click that, it'll change your vehicle information up here on the display. And you'll get to this menu option. I'll show you here in just a second. This menu option right here says push and hold. So you push and hold that info button, and you'll see that display will change. It'll come into a menu screen. So it looks like this, where you can go in and adjust your settings. Now, to toggle up and down is with these triggers up and down right here. And this is a select button. It says I/set. But that select button will allow you to go in there to any of these options and change your personal settings. And then you just click info to go back out of it. These buttons right here for your voice command. So if you want to answer calls or hang up, you can do that directly from your steering wheel without having to have your phone out. So if you look down here, back to these up and down arrow trigger buttons, if you click those, it'll toggle more vehicle information up here on the center display. And this has the same concept with that I/set button. If you click and hold it, it'll pull up a menu where you can go through these screens and personalize all of your settings. If you have questions about this, let me know down in the comment section below, and I could make a video covering these menus in more detail. On your cluster display here, you do get the sport badge in the bezel, and you have your gas bar down here. This has a full tank, and a little reminder next to the gas tank that your gas tank lid is on the right side. There is no button over here or lever to pull to open the gas tank. You just simply push on the door when the car is unlocked, and it'll open up for you. When the car is locked, that gas door will also be locked as a safety feature. So of course, I just got this car all cleaned up and ready to go for my customer who was about to pick it up, and it just started pouring down rain, so that's really nice. Just goes to show you never know what kind of weather you're gonna get here in Louisville, Kentucky. It was sunny this morning, looking great, and now it's raining. You also have a button that's kind of hidden over here. This is your trip reset, so you single click and it'll change from trip A and trip B. To clear that out, you just click and hold. It'll set it back to 0. So we'll do that for both of these. Here in the center console, you got your shift lever. Down below, you have 2 USB inputs, auxiliary port, and a 12 volt for charging or whatever you may need. You have your electronic parking brake, which can be activated by simply pulling up on it. It'll light up red, and it'll also light up on the dash. To deactivate that or disengage it, you just simply put your foot on the brake and push down. AVH, this is auto vehicle hold. It's a really great feature to have. Whenever you click it, it will turn on up on the dash. Just like that. And then, so what this will allow you to do is whenever you're coming to a long red light, waiting for a train or waiting in line, you can actually let your foot off the brake. And the way you can know when it's time to let your foot off the brake at a complete stop is whenever you see that little circle icon light up green just below the AVH. So you can let your foot off the brake and just rest there while you're waiting for the light to change or the traffic to go. And then once it's time to proceed, you just give it some gas and go. This button in the center seems to confuse a lot of people. It's X mode. So the car is all-wheel drive at all times, but maybe you're in a situation where you're in a snow, dirt, or deep snow and mud. And to toggle that, you go left or right. And so left, we'll put it in snow, dirt. Right, we'll put it in deep snow, mud. And if you press down, that'll put it back in regular mode. And then again, you can toggle between the SI drive here with these buttons. Over here to the right, you have your heated seats. So that's high, low, and in the center is off. So that's for you and the passenger. For your climate control, you have the temperature control right here where you can dial it left or right. You have your on and off button and your auto button, which will actually automatically adjust the fan speed to wherever it needs to be to get to the temperature that you set. Got your AC button. Over here is max AC, which will turn this on full blast automatically. You have your fan speed here. This center button will recirculate the air inside the cabin of the car. And then over here, you have the mode. So that changes the vent location. Up on top, that's your front windshield defrost. In the back, that is your rear window defrost and the heated side mirrors. So that's great for winter time. Right here, you have your caution or your hazard lights. And then up here, you have your 8-inch touchscreen display. So you've got a lot of analog controls on this. You do have a CD player right here. Volume controls. This controls, changes your channel. You have your home button, which will take you to your home screen here. This button also does that. Under radio, you can access your FM, AM, and Sirius satellite radio, which you get for free for 3 months on a new car. Under phone, you can connect your phone through Bluetooth. And under apps, you can see what apps you have available. So they're not lit up right now, but you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The way you connect this to your phone and have it display up on your screen is by plugging your charging cable up to the USB port down here, and that will automatically mirror your apps like Google Maps or Waze up on the display. You can also listen to music through Spotify and Pandora directly from the touchscreen display here as well. And then media will take you to, if you have a CD in here or you've got something connected through Bluetooth or the auxiliary input. These touchscreen buttons are the exact same as the buttons down here. They just give you 2 options. You've got the analog buttons here and touchscreen display. You do get 1 extra button right here for settings where you can go through and adjust all of your settings to your personal preferences. And just like your smartphone, you've got this home button that will always take you back, or the one right here, which will always take you back to the home screen. Up here, this one has home link in the mirror. So you've got your compass, you have the home link. These are 3 different buttons to sync up 3 different garage door openers with. This is lit up green. That is your automatic dimming rear view mirror. So if you do have somebody coming up with their bright lights behind you at night, this will automatically dim the mirror for you. If you want to turn that off, you just click it and it will no longer be lit up. Up here, you have your sunglass holder. You have the SOS and the I button. This is through your Subaru Starlink subscription. So if you're ever in an accident or need roadside assistance or run out of gas, you can click this button. Also, if you're ever in an accident and your airbags deploy, Subaru Starlink will automatically send out first responders, so you won't have to click this button. You have your dome lights here. This just controls the lights when the door is open or closed. And then up here, you have your power moonroof. I'm gonna try to open this real quick while the rain has stopped and show you how that works. So you click and hold that back button, and it'll roll back about 90% of the way. But if you want it to go back further, you just click and hold that back button again. It'll go all the way back. And then to bring it back forward, just click and hold for a second, and it'll bring that and the sunshade all the way forward. Now you can also open this manually and just have the sunshade if you just want sunlight through there. And then lastly, these are two important features you'll want to know. This is your lane departure warning, which will detect, it doesn't keep you in your lane, but it will alert you if you are getting close to the right or the left side of the road. And to turn this on and off, it's actually on right now, but to turn it on and off, it's not a single click. You do have to hold it. You'll hear it beep, and then it'll display up on the dash there. We're gonna go ahead and turn that back on. And then right here, this is your pre-collision warning. So that is the warning for your eyesight when you've got objects or cars in front of you. If you ever wanted to turn that off, again, click and hold. It'll beep. You'll see the icon up there telling you that it's off. We're gonna turn it back on. Over here on the left-hand side, you do have your mirror controls where you can adjust your mirrors up and down for the left and the right side. You have your lock and your unlock button. You have front automatic windows, so this is a single click up or single pull and it'll open and close the window. These are power rear windows, and then you have a lock button for your passenger windows, including this front passenger windows. So it'll keep kids or dogs from accidentally rolling or unrolling the window when you don't want them to. So that pretty much covers it for the Forester Sport. Let me know what your all's thoughts are down below. Would you consider purchasing a Forester Sport, or do you have more interest in one of the other trim packages that Subaru offers? Let me know down below in the comments section. I spend a lot of time trying to make these videos, so if you guys did get value out of it, I'd really appreciate it if you smash the like button. That'd really help me out. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. I post new videos weekly, and I will see you guys in the next one.